All right, guys. It's another new month, the third one in the year 2021. Aren't we blessed to be alive? Well, I feel blessed. We haven't hung out this month, so I'll say Happy New Month to you and welcome to the bestest place on earth. I said it, Click Niger Studios. The program is Random Things, and my name is Makcit, aka Purple Diva. Now, on Random Things, we feature random but interesting guests and discuss random things. But the most random thing of all is our random question of the day, which I'll tell you in a bit. All right. But today's guest is Thresh Joshua Debiro. Did I get that?
You got that right.
Oh, I'm good. All right. He owns a legal hub, CoSpace, and he's into training and mentorship programs. You're welcome to the program.
Thank you for having me.
All right. So thanks again for joining us. Now to this week's random question. All right. If you were receiving a salary of 400,000 naira, would you stay in Nigeria or prefer to relocate overseas? Now, Thresh, I want you to think about it a bit.
Yes, everybody's running out of the country right now.
Just think about it. You answer us at some point in the show, okay?
Mhm.
Oh yeah, somebody's just joined us. We'll shout out to you in a bit, all right? But yeah, this is the question for today. So let us know in the comment section. If you were receiving a salary of 400K, would you stay in Nigeria or prefer to relocate overseas? All right. So that's the question for today. But before we get into that, now let's talk to our guest for the day, Thresh. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Thank you, thank
Now,
you, thank you.
that name, is that really the name you're given at birth?
I gave myself the name.
Thresh?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. So tell us about it. Like,
I stay about the name.
yes,
Thresh.
like is the name is it like a nickname, a play on words, or is it an actual name that you gave yourself?
Funny how the thing started though. You know those kind of names they give you when you're younger and then you just feel this name is not just proper.
Okay.
Yeah, and then I stumbled against this one. I think I was in what, just three or something. I was like Thresh. They were always calling me Fresh. I like what I hated that whole idea. I hated it.
I tried
And
to
that's because
like,
I was a new student. It had nothing to do
with being fresh
yeah, like new
physically.
student, a fresher, that kind of thing. So
Okay.
then I just got new. Like yearbooks when people sign up, I just turned the F now to T. Scared. And they were like, oh, and then like joke with the name stuck.
Wow. So like your first name you're given at birth, you don't use it.
Joshua Bata, the bureau.
Oh, Joshua. Oh, interesting. Yeah, because I mean I've known you for a while, even though from a distance. Like, yeah, and I've always known you as Thresh. I actually thought it was your real name.
It's a good undercover, that way don't
It's
allow
really
people
a
really
good
know who you
one.
are. So when something happens, you hear the real name, you're like, you don't know the person. I'm like, yeah.
Oh, so you've been doing some things on the
It's a
down
long
low,
time
eh?
ago.
All right. So now, okay. So to you, like you studied law in school,
Yeah,
yeah.
University of Jos. Great
University
school.
of Great Jos
You know
side.
this now. Woohoo.
Okay, so do you agree that University of Jos has one of the best law faculties in
No
the
doubt about
country?
that now, of course. We
Okay.
produce a lot of first class students. I think one of our students right now is in the one good team right now that are going to discuss a lot of things that concern Nigeria. So
I
very
mean,
young guy. Not going to call his name anytime because that would be
I
like
didn't say it. I
selling
mean,
out names more.
I didn't say it. He said it. All right. So you're
Yeah.
hearing it here. Okay.
Mhm.
Just it's University of Jos and others.
Yeah.
All right. So do you practice?
Not really, no.
Okay. So yeah, but I mean, your description says you own
Yeah, a co-work space. Yeah.
okay. What's that about?
Well, there's a lot of things about it, not just the co-work space like going there. Well, it's a place where if you want to have like see your clients, you don't need to go under trees or try to rent an office, coming from your salary base. If you don't have the salary to rent an office, you can just come get an office space, for a day, for a minute, for an hour, like that.
Okay.
So it helps. It's a good way to regulate and then have a meeting with your client rather than wasting a whole lot of resources trying to get an office equipped with all things. We've done that for you already, so just come through and then.
Okay, and but like in Nigeria, I don't know about this, but do lawyers charge per hour, like consultation fees and stuff
Of course
like
they
that?
do. Of course they do. It's a professional entity, so you don't expect them to run like the basic kind of business.
Okay.
Time again is of essence when it comes to the legal profession. So yeah, of course we charge per hour.
Okay.
Although there are times where these things don't really come up like that. you meeting me, what will I start charging you for? Like I'm trying to get my ground, so
Okay.
but those who are really into the
Into
business have
yeah.
been there for a long time. Time is of the essence. They need to go this place to the other.
All right.
So
So
of
their
course you
time
need to.
is
Their
really
time is of the
important.
essence.
Okay. All right, guys. It's still random things right here on Click Niger Radio. I'm chilling with Thresh in the studio,
Yeah.
and of course, as you know, on random things we have a random question. So today's random question is on the screen. If you were receiving a salary of 400K, would you stay in Nigeria or prefer to relocate overseas? Now we have okay, Lasbray Ugonna Oswago says I will japa. Okay,
To
like
me,
the overseas. In his own case, like, he wasn't specific, like anywhere, Abi. I guess anywhere would work for you. Is that the
don't you think
case?
a time will come where we wake up in this country and there will be no youth left? Like everybody is really running out of this country.
Oh, would that be such a bad thing? Like people say sometimes, like you need to sanitize places every now
It's
and
a
then.
bad
So,
thing. I'm not sure. We are selling all our resources out there, and you always run back home.
well, I mean, people that are leaving may not think, they don't want to hear that kind of talk from
Well,
you.
I hope. Anyway, I believe some people have plans already, so maybe that will work out for them.
All right, so let us know in the comment section, okay? What would you do if you were earning 400,000 naira? Would you stay in Nigeria? Would that satisfy your needs, or would you prefer to relocate overseas? Now it's your turn to answer.
No, I think, anyways, even if I'm receiving 50,000 naira, I'll still be in Nigeria. So that question doesn't really fall
No,
for
no,
me.
no, but like the idea is, people would assume that okay, when you're receiving 400,000 naira, you're
That's
receiving
good
much more
money
money
now.
to. So yeah,
That's
some
good money.
people
Like there's
feel like
no
you should be
except
able to live with that.
yeah, except if you have other plans. There are people who are really out there. They are challenging. You don't underestimate the Nigerian brain. We have
Okay.
a lot of talented people where in Nigeria here they don't have the room to explore. So it is only normal to live, even if the salary is a million. Like you need to be challenged. So go out,
The space is not just
not
conducive
for
for
you.
you.
So you
Yeah.
see, when you get there, then probably get that knowledge. I think it's wise to come back
Okay.
eventually because they all do. We keep giving kudos to Mrs. Ngozi
Do they all
Kurijuela.
come back?
Where did she come back to serve the
But there are
country
lots
one
of.
time?
I think there are a couple of people who have gone out who no longer align themselves with their Nigerian heritage.
But I think that sorry to say though, sorry to say, don't be misplaced now. Like an American, wherever they go to, always hit their chest. I'm talking about real Americans, not those second class citizens. No, like they heal their chest. Like the Brits also do the same thing. Like
Okay, yeah,
I'm an
yeah.
English guy. I'm Scottish. This kind of thing. Like, let's have our own Abi Nigerian. This guy. But you trust us. As soon as we drop to the airport, our accent is already something else.
All right. Speaking of that, the change that comes upon people when they leave, on Twitter today,
Yeah,
it's trending, leaving
leaving
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah, and people have been putting pictures of then versus now.
Mm.
Then when they were in Nigeria and
Mm-hmm.
when they relocated, and some people are
Mm-hmm.
even saying that as in for the overseas weather is just perfect for your skin, blah 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 blah. What's your take on the trend generally now of this, like the fact that something like this is even trending? What's your take on it?
Yeah, I really have like a very personal thing attached to Nigeria. I don't find those kind of tweets interesting or conversation itself. Like, I'm one of those probably very insignificant amount of numbers of Nigerians who want everybody to remain here.
Why? Like we should
We
all
all
suffer
have story.
together.
Like this is our story. This is that. There is always a story for every greatness. Do you know that? Like one day we'll be like, oh, do you remember that time? And then, well, some of us might die in the course of it, but those ones that remain will
Who says
actually.
our story for greatness cannot be abroad?
No, no, that's not possible.
Ah,
You
no,
need to be at home to fix home.
no. Like you said, some of us, the room for us to grow,
Mm-hmm.
to
Yeah, but that's probably
soar.
like 0 point something% of us now. It's not how many
Please,
juniors
I'm
do you
part
think
of
we
the
have?
0 point something percent. I beg. I'm part of that 0 point something percent. All right, so guys, let us know, okay, in the comment section. If you were receiving the salary of 400,000 naira, would you stay in Nigeria or prefer to relocate overseas? So somebody sent me a message. He said he's not on Facebook, and he said this. He said, I earn approximately that, and I still want to relocate. There is no enabling environment. 400K seems a lot, but it's not. The value of when I was earning 200K is more than 400K I earn now.
Mhm.
So inflation has really devalued the Nigerian currency. I can only save from it and not even live. I can only save a little from it and not even live a flamboyant life. Wow, this makes me very sad.
Why?
I don't know, just made me very, very sad.
Because of the flamboyant, I'm sure.
No, not even that. The fact that he says he earns something like this. I mean, this was just a figure that trended on social media recently, right? And he earns approximately this, but he says he still wants to relocate.
Where does he stay?
Well, I don't know that.
You know, if you earn 400K in Abuja or Lagos, that is almost nothing now. But if you earn 400K and then it's like Kaduna, Jos,
Okay, so that's the
Sokoto,
point.
you know, that's the
So that's the
thing.
thing. Do you think you'd have that kind of job in, for
It's
instance,
possible. Of course, a
Kaduna,
lot of people
Jos,
do have those kind of jobs in that
that
area.
would earn? So that's the
Yes,
point.
of
You have
course,
to
they
go to
do.
some of these states
Of
to earn
course.
this much,
Of
and you
course.
cannot live comfortably with it.
What do you mean by living comfortably?
That's what this person's trying
Well,
to
you want
say.
to go to club and be popping. Is that what it is?
I don't know.
On that note, there you're not being real with yourself,
I
right?
don't know. But I mean,
in the real sense, right? When you go to any country right now, you want to remain in the capital, or probably one of the commercial cities. It's expensive to be there. Do you think it's easy to go live in London or New York? Why do you think a lot of Nigerians are running to all those other parts of the country?
states,
You know, that's because life is cheaper there. But it's just that the difference there and here is like they have value for everything they spend. Every money you get in, there's value to it.
And that's what this person says. There's no value for his 400K.
Yeah, you're in the wrong place. Go to Jos and see what 400K will do to you.
So he should leave wherever he is now. Go and
I'm just saying, if his work kind of fixed that way, then he could. Then he's among those people who are being challenged, and then he can leave.
Okay, all right. I mean, guys, let us know. Okay, just share your thoughts on the issue. If you're receiving a salary of 400K, would you stay in Nigeria or prefer to relocate overseas? I mean, and if possible, let us know why. Okay. Now, okay. I mean, you seem very passionate about a lot of things, especially development. Somehow, Nigeria.
True.
Yeah. All right. And I mean, I happen to know that you're also interested in social mentorship. Yeah. Tell us how that works.
Oh well. Good. Coming from this your question anyway. You see, we have a bridge, between our elders and the youth, and of course those ones coming under us. Like there's this gap where we don't know where to learn from.
Okay.
You understand? And in every aspect of life, you want to be an entertainer, you want to be a professional footballer, you want to be a fashion person, you want to go into the formal lifestyle, doctor, and also like we all sort of trained ourselves. We just stumble within life. This guy, I want to read this course, and then I'm in school, and then nobody's telling you, okay, this is what you can actually read. This is aspect in medicine where it's scarce in the country. So put your energy in that. Do you understand? This is this profession in law, put your energy in this is profession in engineering. We all try to do the same pure water business.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Yeah.
And I think that is why we're all quick to run out of the country. You get, because let's take ourselves back then, when JAM was all about analog, fill the form and all. It was about choice. Pick how many schools, pick a course, and there's just like 4 subjects to write, right? And then you do that. And then what next? You just go to the school, and then there's your matriculation, and then there's that induction ceremony, and that's all. Like you're just in the system, and then you have to just learn everything.
Thrown into
Do you understand? You just learn everything, and then you're here like, oh man, the law is a good profession, and then you buy books, you buy handouts, you spend time in the library. Well, kudos to a lot of you who did that, right? And at the end of it all, you're done with law school, and then this is the work, and then you go to the workspace, and then they're not paying you this amount of sweat that you've put in. Like a lot of us can't really hit our chest to say we can recover the amount of money we spent in university or in time of school after like maybe to my seniors maybe like 10 or 15 years. Some of them are lucky, of course, but not all. You get. So now when we come in, she's trying to tell me not to call the name of the office. And I'm this close. I think I will eventually. Now, what we do, of course, is me and one of my senior partner, Olubode Olaolu to me, very great lawyer also. So he attended this training session in Transcorp last year. It was nice, of course, about personal legal functions and others, plenty things to talk about. But yeah, so it's all about that. The mentorship program and the training all come to that aspect where I think we need to feed and fit and fix that gap in between us. Enough of don't just go to school because you want to read that course. Know why you want to read the course. Like do research. Put yourself like in 10 years, 15 years plan. What will happen in this kind of profession? You get more like not to insult any other person's profession, but like let's say mass communication.
Okay.
What are the challenges today when we see in the media houses? Like what kind of interview do they run? Do they still send them Like on a normal day, what would have happened? I would have sent her the question I want her to ask me. Like that is not, you know, that is not professional. You
It's
get, but
not,
that's
yeah.
what we see in our TVs. That's what we see in our society, and it kills you. Hence, you want to run and away from the country. Unlike you watch the top media houses today internationally, hear what they
Yeah.
do. Like they ask question like it's personal.
Mm.
Regardless of where you are. Like they'll ask you the question, like,
Yeah,
guy,
the
deal with
hard
it.
questions. Yeah,
You don't
whether you
understand?
like
But
it or not.
here, no, you can't. You dare not. You know what happened to you. You get so yeah. That part comes into where we need that change or that twist of
Okay.
ideology.
Should I say what motivated you to go into this? Is it something that was personal for you?
Personal, of course. Like I share the same, you know, dream and emotion with every Nigerian who are, of course, planning not to run out of the country. You know, no, it's good. Go learn the works, go learn everything, learn the skills, and then come and teach us. Like, of course, it's only normal. China went through that life, and that's where they are today. You know, so personal in the sense of where I always tell people like I kind of raised myself in a way. Like in everyone within that age. I don't want to call my age right now. I'm that old.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm that old. So we didn't have like those elderly brothers, sisters, uncles and aunties that would be like, okay, oh, are you done with WAEC? Oh, yeah, now come. I see your strength. You are good at math. You are good at this. You are good at that. I think you can fit into this one. Do you think about it? Do you think you can? And then after your first year, like, how many of us really have the mind to go to university after our first year? Like, I don't like this course. I'm
Course have
changing.
changed.
What? Do you
That's
know what I
true.
mean? It means you have to rewrite another jam. Hopefully, somebody that will
Exactly.
get your
Or
admission.
because you're not sure you're
You're
going to
not
get
sure you're going
admission
to get
again.
admission. So you
True.
see, that's why we keep having this crash of program every time in the country. Lack professionals, and here we are, very intelligent.
Okay, so long term now, what will this kind of social mentoring programs do for young people
Good.
long term?
This is how it helps. A lot of us are misled in thinking about how to, address certain issues in the society.
Okay.
You know, one of the great things that happened in this country was the NSAS campaign, and I'm talking about those ones who came out, well organized, respected every policeman on the road and every security personnel,
Okay.
had respect for every property, not those ones that
Not the
came and then
hoodlums.
distorted the whole movement. Now, you see, that was a positive movement. Like, it wasn't planned. Now, let's say we had that organization where we people already enlightened, like the amount of people who are enlightened are more than those naive individuals. Meaning by your tweet, you are very sensitive about how you tweet things. You're very sensitive about how you post on social network, and you see, it gives you a reason to create an argument. Like someone wants to have a discussion with you. We can have a conversation about feminism right now without insulting each other, without taking it
Sure.
personal. Do you
Yeah.
understand? And not these days. Like we are so quick to throw that you too, and then as soon as somebody hits you, you want to fight back. Like no, if the person is not in the same vibe with you, shit, leave, move. Like no, 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 sorry, sorry. I'm actually looking for an intelligent conversation, not a fight. You know.
Okay. So
So
the
that is where,
mentorship,
yeah, the
yeah.
mentorship comes, and it's not about training. We train and then we keep you. And of course, this falls down to people of all age, you understand, all profession, any profession. Like the networking we have is one thing we are proud of. We have friends. Makcit, why are you stopping me from calling the major? Why are you stopping me?
You better
This is
not.
not fair now.
You better not. Okay.
Like we have a large networking of people, we work with partners who are devoted to this dream also, who share the same passion,
Okay.
with us in all profession. Trust me. Like
So people who are already working,
of
people who
course,
are not
yeah.
working yet, people who want to go to school,
Exactly,
everything.
exactly. And it sounds unbelievable, right? But check yourself right now. Let me guess. How many doctor friends do you have?
Couple.
How many engineers as friends do you have?
Few.
Tell me you don't have a carpenter's number on your phone, an electrician.
I do.
Exactly. Like there's everybody around you.
Yeah.
And then sometimes when somebody throw this thing, like, where would you find them? I'm like, do you understand? Like both the formal and the informal education, you have everybody there. Like as far as you went through the, permit me to say the cage of your university, right? It means you made friends with those who are in science, those who are in, art and
Social
all.
science and
So
all,
social
yeah.
sciences and all. You see, so It's easy. You build those networking. Those friendship is not all about we meeting you and walking away. Like in future, like, hey, I need you. I need you to come train some people about accounting. You have this qualification. Like, yes, all right, now this is we have young lads from university, young lads from secondary school who are interested in this profession.
Yeah.
Come guide them. We need you to come talk to them. Let them believe like, okay, the world there is beautiful, not what they see on the street.
Okay, I mean, I think I am a little bit more inclined to want to stay in Nigeria now after this
You
conversation.
see?
Maybe I'll think about it. All right, guys, it's still random things right here, but we are winding down on the
Mhm.
show. Thresh has been a voice of reasoning, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, yeah, I, I grudgingly admit that. Okay, so you can
Thank
have
you,
it for
thank you,
now.
thank you,
For
thank you,
now, all right.
thank you.
But before we let you go,
Yeah.
I have a question for
Was
you.
that why you're
So,
laughing? You're
are
typing
you
something and laughing. This guy.
are you married, in a relationship, situationship? I mean, I have to ask because I have a certain demographic of my fans that, of course, I'm wondering. I know I'm wondering about that,
Mm.
and it shouldn't be said that I didn't do anything for them, right? So
Mhm.
yeah.
I didn't know who those friends are, but I wish I was married already. And yeah, I'm in a relationship.
A
Very
serious
beautiful,
relationship.
very
Oh,
serious relationship. Like how many years
oh.
now? 8 years or 9 years?
8 years.
I don't call me Lord of the Rings. No,
It flashed. It went through my mind like 8 years.
Lori, we're just trying to get our balance first. Then before we finally like where now? Come. So before I marry her, if she wants to run out of Nigeria.
All right, all right, all right.
Yeah.
That's sweet. That's sweet.
Yeah.
Okay. And yeah, speaking of marriage and women and stuff, it's March. It's Women's Month.
Yeah. So where you guys
Yeah.
marching to?
We're marching forward. We're marching to the land of milk and honey. We're marching
Where is that?
to our
Is
goals,
that
our
Jericho?
dreams, our mission. All right, and there's no stopping us. So it's either you join us
Ain't
or you
no
just
stopping us
give
now.
us way. Yeah, we're on the what?
Mhm.
Okay.
Mhm.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for being a part of today's edition of Random Things. Thank you to our guests,
Thank you.
Thresh,
Thank you.
Joshua, Debiro, and to all of you, of course, for following. We'll be back with another edition of Random Things right here on Click Niger next week, Friday, 12:30 p.m. All right, so keep a date with us. My name is Makcit Rindap. It's Friday. I know I say you should do something interesting, even if I may not be doing something interesting. I
Mhm.
mean, this is like interesting enough,
It
right?
is interesting.
It is.
It's
So
it's a
I
nice
have done
feeling.
something interesting. So make sure you do something interesting. All right. Have a wonderful, wonderful Friday and enjoy your weekend. Thank you once again, Fish.
Thank you for having me,
All
Makcit.
right.
All right.